up, nerds? Welcome back to my channel, guys. I am so excited. That was an ugly laugh. Please ignore. Control Alt Delete. Ignore. As you guys saw by the title, we'll be reading anticipated books, anticipated releases. I need some lip balm. So basically, if you guys did not see, a couple weeks ago I posted a video talking about anticipated releases I had for 2025. We talked about probably like close to 30 of them, if not 30 of them, and a lot of them are so anticipated that I know for a fact I'm gonna read them like when they release. Like there's really, I don't know what possibly would stop me from reading them, to be completely honest with you. So I thought it would be super fun and fresh to do this video kind of every so often, reading those books. I'm also not, like, I didn't do a 25 and 2025, so I thought this could be like my version of like a 25 and 2025, where I'm reading like all the anticipated releases that I said I wanted to read. You know, not officially, just like on the DL, on the down low. I don't know. You guys can obviously let me know what you think, but I'm really excited about it. I have a couple books in mind, but obviously I don't like to tell you because if I don't read them, I'll feel bad or I'll have to edit it out and I'm like, oh gosh, and then it's like so stupid. So I'm just not going to tell you. I will tell you what we're starting with. But first, if you guys like reading vlogs, if you guys like anticipated reads, if you guys like the new releases, reading those together, if you guys like all the nerdy things, then definitely give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's just get started. So we are starting off with, of course, Onyx Storm. Onyx Storm. I forgot I took the dust jacket off. I'm like, all this fuss and muss, is that a word? All this fuss around the books and the limited edition versions and like the fun editions, you would think that their team would decide to put something on the actual hardcover, like not just a dust jacket. And I'm like, if what is her name, Carissa Broadbent can do it, Rebecca Yarros definitely can do it. Give me something cute here, but it's fine. Anyway, so I did start this already. We made it to page 66. I was like in the middle of a chapter. I know. But I made it as close to chapter 8, almost at chapter 8. And I'm really enjoying it. It's gonna be hard. I don't want to talk about it too much, I'm not gonna lie. I just want to kind of, you know, I can give like vague emotions and vague things, but even then I feel like these books like this, I definitely want to be a little bit more careful about what I'm saying and stuff like that. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I was not a super huge fan of Iron Flame, and so this is kind of like make or break for me. Obviously, I will definitely continue the series, but it's like Fourth Wing rocked my world. It's one of the best books I've ever read to this day. Like the way it was written is so good, and so I'm hoping that this follows Fourth Wing and not Iron Flame. So far though, it is doing things to me. I'm obsessed, and so I'm really excited to see what's to come. Right now at this point I'm less than 100 pages in. There's not much what is the word? I was gonna say not much happening, but there's stuff happening. It's just not like crazy stuff or anything. So it's pretty chill right now, which I appreciate. I am going through and tabbing her, of course. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna tab it or not, but I ended up going for it. So again, I'm not gonna have too many updates on this because again, I want to keep it vague, want to keep it element of surprise. And yeah, so far so good. I think that's everything. I'll keep you guys updated. Don't mind the chaos that is everywhere. It's obviously like a cleaning day. But finally, you guys, it took me honestly quite a few days to get halfway. we're just gonna leave it how it is. But I finally got halfway in Onyx Storm, and there's no reason for it. It's just like I feel like I want to read it when I'm in the mood to read it and not like force myself to keep going. Nothing has been like actiony enough where I feel like I can't stop reading. So I kind of like that though, because I don't feel like I'm gonna devour this in like one sitting. It's gonna take me quite a bit longer to finish this, but it's fine because who knows when the next book is coming out for real. So I don't know if you can see the tabs a little bit, but I've been tabbing along as well, so that also takes a little bit longer. I made it to page 268, chapter 31. So we are halfway, and I'm enjoying this. It's hard to rate, like to say, sometimes I'll be like, if you asked me to rate it right now, here's what I'd give it. It's kind of hard to do that though, because I feel like there's so much we still don't know. And so I'm like, what have we been doing for 270 pages? But honestly, I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking the pacing. It does have a very Fourth Wing feel, and I love that because Iron Flame did not have a Iron Flame was on its own continent. It was on its own world, and so I appreciate that this one is definitely a little bit more similar in feel to Fourth Wing, and so I appreciate that. But again, not gonna say much. Everybody though is just like perfectly their characters in this one, if that makes sense. So everyone has their role and they're all playing it perfectly, and I love it. Like, they're doing their part perfectly, and I love it. And so we got some fun stuff, we got some fun surprises, and so again, I don't want to like mention any of them because I'm not going to mention them ever, but I'm enjoying it. And so obviously I'll keep you guys updated with my rating and stuff. This is someone, she's mentioned that she hadn't read Fourth Wing yet, and I was like, honestly, you're probably lucky because then you don't have to wait that long to read like the next book. Like, I think we've had to wait a year between everything, and so I'm like, great, now I have to wait. There's gonna be 5 books, but also the problem is too that like people just don't warn you with spoilers, and I'm like, please stop. Even if it's just a quote, that makes me so mad, especially when people know like it's a very like special book and release. So I'm not gonna lie, I had to unfollow some people because I was like, absolutely the freak not. Anyway, okay, not much to say, but I will keep you guys updated. I'm gonna do something else for a little bit, but I will keep you guys updated, of course. All right, see you later. Hello guys. Don't judge me. I did my makeup, but I did a little bit of makeup, but not my hair. It's fine. We're just gonna ignore her. But last night I finished Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. Again, I don't want to go into again, I don't want to give it, I'm not giving any details. I'm not going anything like that. I will say that I did give it 5 freaking stars. And I really enjoyed it. It felt like, to me, it felt like Fourth Wing. Like, it felt like it belonged right after Fourth Wing, whereas I felt like Iron Flame was just, I don't know where that came from. So, I'm really excited about the next book. There were so many emotions. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. Like, I laughed, I cried, I screamed, I died. Just lots of things, you know, lots of emotions. And so eventually I'll probably talk more about it. But for now, I know it's still new, still fresh. I don't want to, like, you know, be speaking spoilers, saying spoilers left and right. But I don't think there's anything else really much I should tell you. If you have not started this series yet, honestly, personally, I would wait. Because Rebecca Yarros, like, there was a little clip saying that she's not even, the 4th book, there's nothing on the 4th book yet. She said she's going to write another book, like a romance book. She said, because that's, you know, like her pattern. And then she's gonna, she said that she's gonna go on vacation with her family, and then she'll let us know. So, no comment. We're gonna move on from this series and, you know, just wait patiently. But the next book that I want to read, I don't even know if it's on here. Well, it's on my Kindle. Is Four Ruined Realms by Mai Corland. So if you guys don't know, this is the second to 5 Broken Blades. So I think this may sound stupid, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be 5 books in this. Maybe that's obvious, because it sounds like she's going to go 5 Broken Blades, 4 Ruined Realms, 3 Turtle Doves in a Partridge, like that, you know? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so I'm very excited about this book. I think I'm going to get it as an audiobook because I got some, what are those called? Ahulu? I think they're the Ahulu markers, and I have adult coloring books from before. I just, like, the markers that I used before were like the cheaper ones, and they're just not as good. So I'm going to try these, and if they're really good, I got a new coloring book that I'm going to start, but I want to give them a couple tests first. So obviously I'll keep you guys updated on that, but I'm excited. I think did I say I'm going to listen to it? I think I did. So I'm excited about that one. I don't have the physical copy because it didn't come in book of the month, and I didn't want to buy the hardcover right now, so I don't know if I will, but we're gonna see. Okay? All right. I will keep you guys updated. Hey guys, I wanted to update because I ended up getting halfway last night, literally in one night, but I was literally so excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. This book is so far so good. Again, 4 Ruined Realms by, I think it's Mai Corland. I don't know because this is so random, but like, you guys know, like B104, they used to say like celebrity names and they were like wrong and they never said them right. So I'm like, do I trust that Audible is pronouncing the names right and that my assumption is wrong? I don't know. But I've been calling her Mai Corland, but I think it may be Mai Corland. I do not know. Anyway, this book I'm obsessed with. So far, so good. I literally could not stop reading. That's the thing. I started it and I was like hooked. Not that I forgot, I just didn't like, you know when you kind of have to think back about the book, I didn't like refresh in my brain. And so when I started, I was like, oh yeah, this is crazy. So the first book ends on like the craziest, like, plot twist-ish kind of cliffhanger combo. And so, oh my gosh, when book 2 starts, you're just like reminded of all the chaos, and I'm like, yes. And so if you don't know, this book does have like 5 different main characters, or 6 even, I think 6, 2 girls, yeah, the 3 boys, 6 different main characters, and so they do have 6 different point of views. I think the last one had an extra person's point of view as well, and so you get a lot of like people's point of views and thoughts, and I love it. So if you listen to the audiobook, it kind of changes voices per person, which I think is so beneficial, because especially the first book, I was like, I would have been lost. So the second book, I'm glad that I have it. It's the same voices, so like I'm like, I know you. And you kind of obviously get it after, as wow, you obviously get it like by the time you're at book 2, you understand who's who and that kind of stuff. But I'm loving it so far. And I can't even really tell you what's happening, but I've said this like during the first one, it's very similar to like Six of Crows, where that's kind of like a giant mission, if you will. Like the whole book is meant to do accomplish one thing, basically. It's just like a giant quest, if you will, and I love the like very Percy Jackson-esque, and I love it. And so I'm loving all the characters. All the characters have different personalities, but they also have like different romances which I love. So in the first one, there was like bodyguard romance, and then there's like enemies to lovers, and like you get like all the different cute romances. And so this one also like carries over with some romance, and so it's just all so freaking bomb. And so I'm obsessed. Obviously, I'll keep you guys updated. Guys, so a couple things. Obviously, I ended up getting the physical copy. I'm sure you've seen in other videos at this point, but I really enjoyed this book. I'm going with 4.25. I think the first one was definitely better because there's so much shock factor. I feel like the second one, I don't want to say it's predictable, but like when things happen, you're like, okay, I could have guessed that, just because the nature of the books. And I won't go into too much detail, but so it's like not as shocking, but it's still super exciting, and you're still like, oh my gosh, I want to know what's happening next. And so I'm really excited. I think that said, if I'm correct, honestly, I think it said that the third book is coming out also this year. Wow, it's actually crazy. It looks like more people are liking the second one than the first one. I don't know. I did really like the second one, though. There were a lot of good things. It was just the ending to me was like, oh, like, could have guessed that, you know? You kind of know. I feel like, wow, one was better. But anyway, let me see. Oh, yes. It looks like July 22nd, 2025. 3 Shattered Souls. I'm so scared. Who shattered souls? I could probably guess who it is because, they went through some stuff. So I'm really excited about it. So that's really nice that I don't have to wait too long. But 4.25, really enjoyed that. I don't know if I ever updated you on my coloring book. So I just wanted to use this one to kind of get used to the new markers that I got, because the old markers I had were kind of streaky. But the new ones, I said, oh, these are really cool. So I had to kind of get used to them. And I was like, okay, I was impressed here. So that's why it was summer-ish. And then this last one, I did. I really like the pink one. I don't know why I did that. The pack I got was like the smaller pack of Hulu markers, and so they don't have every single, well, they have most colors, a version of most colors. They just don't have a normal red. So it's like, whatever, it's fine. That's why people pay like $40 for the big pack, but I'm like, $40 for markers is insane, but I can see why people do it. But then I also had this Stress Relief Bold Easy Coloring Book by Coco Wyo, I think. I don't know. But I know a lot of people have coloring books from this. They have a bunch of different, this like brand, I guess. And I was really excited about the first couple I did, because I think that one turned out great. I didn't want to color in the yellow because I just think that looks so cool. I was really excited about that one. And then this one I thought looked so cutie. I love that scarf, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely think I could have went for like a darker theme altogether, but like individually everything is so cute. And then this was the last one I did that day. I was like trying something new with the mountains and it didn't work out that great, but everything else I think is so cutie. So I'm gonna keep playing around with this one. This one's fun. And then I'm gonna get a really good one because some of these coloring books are intense. But I wanted to update you guys on that. And then last but certainly not least, the next book we're gonna read is, drum roll please, I got an ARC. So I got it from a, what is it called? From NetGalley. I got another book and it's actually, it's a love story by Annabelle Monaghan. You guys know how much I love Annabelle Monaghan, and so I need to read more of her books. This is a perfect way to do it. I'm actually really excited about it. It's obviously giving summer vibes, but you get, I think it's like 60 days to review a book. And so, I obviously want to read it before it comes out. That's the idea here. And I think this one comes out in March or April or something like that. So I definitely obviously want to get my review out. I'm such a liar. It comes out May 27th. But either way, I still want to kind of get my review out while I have the book, and keep you guys updated on that one. Her books are not super long. They're super short, and obviously I can't like listen to it or anything. I have to like read it. So it's going to be kind of boring for aesthetic purposes of getting clips of me reading. Oh my gosh. Do we love? Because I think it's kind of cutie. Obviously it's super plain, but I think I should get like stars or something like little, because I love this. It's a love. It's an obsession. Anyway. Yes, I will keep you guys updated. Hi guys, I'm about to head out for the day, but I wanted to update you because last night, sorry, I just got scared that someone was pulling into the driveway. I got halfway last night in It's a Love Story by, did I tell you that it was by Annabelle Monaghan? I'm not sure if I did. It's by Annabelle Monaghan, and I'm liking this. I think for me, the thing is that it doesn't feel, it's like I go back and forth because I love Annabelle Monaghan's writing and I love just how she puts like almost like a moral of the story kind of thing, like just like good things in her books. I really love that, but I also feel like the storyline, the plot itself is not like anything new. Like it feels like almost same old, same old. So it's right now it's enemies to lovers. But obviously it's like enemies, and which I didn't think was necessary because it's barely enemies. So I'm like, you just put it in there to like have a fun trope, but it really wasn't anything. So it's basically a workplace. They work together, and she feels like he like ruined her career, which again, not the case. And it ends up being like, come on, girl, time to get over it. We're adults, let's move on. And so that's what kind of bothers me. But then also it's like, it's kind of like, I would say the moral so far seems to be kind of like, channel your inner main character, you know, like no more background character. We're not going to be the silly background character who's goofy and the comedic relief. No, we're going to be the main character. Like, here's your main character moment, live your main character moment kind of vibes, which I love. I love that message. I love that. But that does mean that we have to almost see this character be a little bit more quirky and see her like, yeah, quirky side, and that's not always my favorite. So she's not as bad as like a Sarah Adams quirky character. Those just make me like itch. I can't deal with those. So she's not that bad, but it is like a little bit quirky. And then, so sorry, it's a long to explain, and I don't want to obviously tell you the whole book, but I'm sure this is all on the back. Essentially, she like the girl makes like, she lies. She straight up lies to her boss. That's what she does, okay? It's a full lie. This girl is 32 years old, and she's told the dumbest lie ever. This is a lie that maybe a 5-year-old would tell his teacher. Not a 32-year-old. I said, huh? And she's trying to like, you know, get her big break and like make her career. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what her job title's called, but I know that she basically finds movie scripts to make into movies. And so she's trying to like find the best one, and she feels like she found one. So she's like, I'm just gonna make up this complete lie, blatant lie, and it'll be fun. And I'm like, wait. It was just giving weird. And so again, it just seems like song and dance we've seen time and time again, with different characters, and that are kind of like mad, like don't really love each other. There is forced proximity eventually, so it is fun in that sense, and some of the moments are like funny, I laugh, it's cute, but like it's not my favorite. Like if I had to rate it right now, I'd probably give it like 3.75 stars. And yeah, 3.75 stars, and then like obviously the second half could make or break that for this book, but it's fine. It's like, and the thing is that it's also like I had to remind myself like, hey, you're reading a summer book in winter, you know, that may affect it as well. But honestly, there is a couple, like she's in a bathing suit at the beach, but there wasn't anything that was like there's no way that that's what's bothering me. You know what I mean? There's no way at all. So it's just the storyline in general is, to me, like definitely some we've seen before. And you guys know how I feel though about enemies to lovers in general. We see it in every other book, in every other release. So I love it from Annabelle Monaghan, I do. And again, I'm loving her writing style. She's just very like, I don't know, real in a way. I do love that, but I'm just like not screaming dying on the floor for this book, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? You know? Okay, I'll keep you guys updated. Hello guys. I am so excited. So I ended up finishing It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan, and I was genuinely surprised by the ending. I lost my chapstick for a second. I just felt like I did kind of come like full circle in a way. And it ended up being super cute. They had super cute lines. The conflict, I think, was definitely like silly, but I kind of liked it because it wasn't like, like there's really no way for you to like choose sides or like be like who was right, who was wrong, because it's really just like you could tell it's like just a situation that was blown out of proportion. But like again, I kind of enjoyed that because then the resolution doesn't need to be long. It can be quick, and you like kind of you feel like okay, good about it. In my opinion, but I also just think that. So the setting in the beginning is like basically the office. I think it's LA actually, and then they go to it's New York, I think. Long Island, I think it is. But it ends up like where the area is like I won't tell you, but it's like basically ends up being sort of small town-ish. And so I loved it. I love that too. I love that so much. And then we meet like the main male character, Dan. We meet his family and stuff, and his family's super fun. It's super cute, like different personalities, and just like it definitely got spiced up after like the halfway point. And so I ended up really enjoying it. I ended up going with 4.5 stars, which was not the track we were going on in the beginning, but I always say like the ending of a book can definitely make a break or book for me. So if I love the ending more than I like the beginning, it definitely can up an initial rating for me, which is obviously why we give ratings at the end of the book. I just always like to tell you what I'm feeling as I read it, because I know people like to DNF too. Like I'm not a DNFer for the most part. There's a couple books I've DNF'd, but not very many, and especially not if I'm halfway through a book. So all that being said, that I know some people like to know, like, don't worry, it gets better. And I think the consensus I think the rating on Goodreads is 4.3 something. And so it seems to be kind of the consensus, like around a 4.5 star, 4.25, 4.5 star. And yeah, I feel that. Like, so I think it's super cute. I think people are gonna love it for the summer though, because it's cute. And then Anna Monaghan has a way of like making it obviously deeper than like some other authors. So it really is. It just hits you in your heartstrings. It's super cute. If you like The Notebook, I haven't seen The Notebook in a hot minute, but I remember like just loving The Notebook. And at one point in time, there are cute like little notebook references and just like super cute things. I don't even want to tell you because it's so cute that I was like, wait, I was screaming dying on the floor at one specific part that's also kind of reminiscent of The Notebook. And so it was just little cute things like that. And so definitely came around and started to really enjoy it. So that's it about that. Really quick, the video kind of jumps around because I have a couple new releases that I wanted to talk about that are still anticipated, so I don't read them, but I want to talk about them and give some updates as far as like all the new releases that I made the initial list for. So that's what this next part is, but like I never connect the two videos. So here's the connection. I did want to mention too, just a couple books that came out in January that I didn't buy. I haven't bought Beg, Borrow, and Steal quite yet. I just know I'm not gonna rush to read it because I have some other Sarah Adams books that I want to read first, and so I'm like just letting it happen. And so we'll see if like eventually get that, because I still have some purchases left in the month. And so I may get it, but for now I don't want it to like just sit on my cart. So we didn't get that one. And then Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. Technically I did read this, so technically I could buy it and not have to count it in my 5 for the month. Like I made sure that was happening, but I do think I want to reread this when I buy it, because I also got an arc of this version, of this book, and I just want to see if it's gonna be different, to be honest. I love Hannah Bonham Young, so I'm like not complaining. Like I don't know what gets corrected from an arc to the like print copy. I don't know if it's just like grammar issues or if it's like actual things that get get arranged, and I want to check on Hannah Bonham Young. So that one is why I haven't bought that one yet either. I'm debating on that. And then for February, we do have Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I'm just not gonna lie, I'm just not sold. I'm not sold. I'm a little bit skeptical. I've been hearing very mixed reviews. People hate it or they love it. Like I have not seen one in between. I've not seen one person be like, oh, it's just okay. No, everyone loves it or they hates it, and I'm scared. I feel like I'm gonna hate it because it's college romance, which is very hit or miss for me. but also it's like swimmers and like a sport that I don't like. It's I don't know. I don't know, because I don't really play sports. So I've read a lot of sports romance books, so I guess it's like hard to relate to those, but I don't know, like swimming to me was just like, I don't know, it's just not giving, it wasn't giving enticing enough to read, but like, we'll see. So that one is undecided. Also undecided about Scythe and Sparrow, by Bryn Weaver. I just like, I don't know, Leather and Lark really let me down. And so I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like I have to be in a very specific mood to read this. And so we're just gonna have to wait. So I'm definitely not buying it. I definitely don't think I'm gonna buy it. No, I'm definitely not buying it in February, but we'll see how long it takes to read that, if I do read that. Okay, and then the final book for the month I will show you, because I ended up getting it in my book of the month. I know it looks hit, but I got my box, and so obviously we got some new releases, which another exciting February release, which is actually hilarious because book of the month comes early in the month, and so technically this is not even released yet, but I did get Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli, book 2 in the Crimson Moth series. I'm screaming, dying on the floor, like so excited, but obviously don't want to rush that. So we have that one. And then this ended up being a book that was not on my radar. This is B.K. Borson, First Time Caller. This is also a new release in February. So I read The Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borson, and that's not my favorite. I read the first 2 books, I think. This is not my favorite. So I was kind of like, but I needed to choose a main book so that I can choose the Rebel Witch as an add-on, which is so annoying, but I had to. So I am gonna read this. This is a hopeless romantic meets a demoralized radio host in this cozy, sleepless in Seattle inspired love story. Like, I think it should be fun and fresh. Like, I think I will enjoy it. But definitely there's not gonna be like a super hard rush to read this one. But that ended up being a new release that was not on my radar. So that was super fun and fresh. My book of the month ended up being like, this month ended up being like super exciting. So yes, I think that's mostly anything. Oh my gosh, I just skipped right over another February release that I ended up buying. You will see a fun video on Thursday that where I bought this in, but I ended up getting Unloved by Peyton Corinne. I'm so excited about this freaking book. I'm so excited. I loved Unsteady, and honestly though, this is like double Unsteady size, so I'm like, oh, okay, what is going on here? I don't know, but I'm very excited to read more from Peyton Corinne, more hockey romance. Again, like hockey's not a sport that I like, so I feel like I don't watch hockey or know anything about hockey, so I feel like I could give like the swimming a try, but I don't know, it's just, I don't know, it's just the college thing for me. I feel like maybe, I don't know. Anyway, are these people in college? Watch these people be in college and I'm gonna be a hypocrite. Oh, I am a hypocrite. I think this is college because it says, in the classroom, he's barely scraping by 2.0 GPA, retaking failed classes and struggling with the roughness of dyslexia, dyscalculia, I don't know how to say that, and ADHD. Wait, I want to read this right now. Stop. My TBR is about to get thrown in the water. I want to read this so bad. But this will be a perfect book for March because it's green, you know? But anyway, so I forgot this release is on it released on 2/4, so it's obviously a February release that I forgot to talk about. I don't know why. So hopefully if I read at least 1, 2, if I read Unloved and Rebel Witch, then we'll have 5 done for the year so far. So that's a great one. This is the last thing I wanted to talk about, is just one more release that I have yet to that I forgot to mention. And it's not even that I forgot, I just didn't know. So this is actually The Wolf King by Lauren Palferman, and I read this, oh my gosh, so long ago. It felt like, oh, definitely a year ago, for sure, if not longer than that. I read this so long ago, but this book was so good. And I was kind of like, she was saying nothing about this next series. The thing with this one is that, so this author wrote the book where the main girl ends up like, she's like this guy who's like obviously very sweet. He's like saying all the right things, doing all the right things. You love him. But you meet this like Morley Gray character who like you want to scream die on the floor because he's like also so like first of all, he's not doing anything cute. He's just being dark and mysterious, and you love it so much. Like it has you ripping your hair out because you're like, what do I want for this main character? I'm a why choose girly, so I would be down for some why choose, but I know people are so mad. They're like, please don't make it why choose. But also, I don't want it to be like a Tomlin Rhysand situation, because the main guy is 100% not giving Tomlin at all. And I was like, if they did that, I would be mad, because I feel like it ruins like characters who are good characters. Like, he's a good character, and so I'm like, I don't want her to make him Tomlin, but I also like, I feel like if she just like decides like kindly to leave him, it would be so annoying. So I'm like, I don't know what this author is gonna do. So I'm excited for, I was patiently waiting for book 2, and we finally have a date, you guys. Let's see. We have A Night Prince, again by Lauren Palferman, coming out March 31st. So just 1 month away, a little over 1 month, but still super, super exciting. I'm very excited about it. So excited. And then we get to see like what the juicy tea is. Good to see the juicy teas. I'm debating on rereading this one, because I didn't even think about like maybe I should reread it later, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just so excited, like literally screaming dying on the floor. So excited. And I had to mention that because again, I forgot about that, and I want to throw that in there. Of course. So I'm gonna have to like redo my little list thingy here, but it's super fine. It's fine. It's literally fine. But I'm super excited, and let me know if you guys like this kind of style video. Just kind of like an update. It just felt like an update on new releases. And obviously new releases are coming up and coming out all the time, and I do not have enough like TBR space. I don't have enough storage space in here. I don't have like enough knowledge to like just know all of it at all times. And so obviously you guys can always let me know like what new releases are coming out as well that you would be interested in me reading. Let me know for sure. Obviously also indie authors are coming out with stuff too that's like you just never know. I think Catherine Amara is traditionally publishing like a book that like I've read already, but like it's getting traditionally published, so it's exciting to kind of like support that as well. So there's so many things going on, it is hard to keep track, so I thought this video would be fun just to give you one giant update in one spot. And so obviously let me know what you guys think, and yes, I will see you in the next one. Bye, nerds.